Hello everybody, I am Cecil. This is my first video, so I'm sorry if uh, I mispronounce some things. Like I'm a little bit nervous. If you want to learn how the Viego works without overcomplicating things, this is a basic guide covering what you actually need to understand to start winning games with it. I'm not, as I said, I'm not going to turn this into a super technical breakdown as you want to explain the fundamentals and how I personally approach the champion from a high elo perspective. Uh, Most of you don't know me. I'm a Cecil. I have been OTPing Viego since it came out. I'm already, as you can see, at Grandmaster 750 LP. I'm actually the 43 ranked Viego in the world. Well, yeah, this is going to be my guide. So, first, Viego as a champion. A lot of players misunderstand him. Viego is not just a reset champion that jumps in randomly and hope for a reset for a kill. You actually play Viego like an assassin, right? You're a skirmisher. You want to control the fights when you can secure that you can get one kill, one possession, and snowball. Your goal is not to be like some kind of hero that engages the fight. Your goal as Viego is to become a problem once the fight started, right? For me, the core concept, the biggest thing to understand is that your passive is your win condition. The possession. You don't need to be the main damage dealer every fight. You just need one good opportunity to get a reset. Once you get that first possession, fights can completely flip on your favor. So, patience and positioning are way more important than just going instantly. As I said, think of it like an assassin as Kha'Zix, Rengar, but a little bit with more play around it. Okay, basic explanation about the abilities. As I said, I'm not going to read abilities like a wiki. I'm just going to do a quick review. Your Q is your auto reset. You mostly are going to use the on camps with auto attack and then Q instantly, so you get the reset animation. Your W is your engage and your only CC. Learning how to charge the W is fundamental in most of the matchup, since Viego doesn't win that easily against assassins or against fighters without a fully charged W. The E for me is not just movement and attack speed. It's like for pressure, repositioning, and sometimes play around your E vision. You see the range? You want to play around him. And your ultimate. Your ultimate is not only an execute, it's also a reposition tool and a way to reset the fight on your favor, right? We'll go for the runes. The runes are pretty standard, pretty obvious, obviously. Conqueror, Triumph, there's no debate, you don't use the other runes. Alacrity, and Last Stand. I see some people going Cup of Grace because of the reset passive and everything you want, but Last Stand we already tested. We did the math with some Viego players on the server, and it's actually a lot more damage, like 300 around it. Secondary runes, Inspiration, no debate. The other one just doesn't work with him. You want to take cashback over magical footwear. So why is that? So basically, with your new jungle quest and buying the blue smite, you already have like a decent moon speed in your early game and late game, right? And cashback, even though it's going to get nerfed, you are still going to use it after the nerfs. The cashback is just too overpowered in the system. You have a lot of movement speed passively, so you don't actually need to invest on a boot. The second rule is either Triple Tonic or Cosmic Insight. I personally prefer Cosmic Insight as Triple Tonic. I don't see like a really good value as a rune for junglers. It's more for laners for me actually. So Cosmic Insight gives you 30 seconds earlier your flash. You got your smite earlier, like for contest fight, contest objectives. It's really good. Attack speed, obviously, one attack speed as Viego is one of his core stats. Obviously, damage, adaptive force, and health scaling. Now, about the items. Here we go. So, Kraken Slayer or Jontol. I have seen some people fight over this. We tested it with some Viego mains. Kraken Slayer does more damage consistently, more damage than Jontol. Jontol, the only point in the game that Jontol does more damage than Kraken is when you have 4 items in which you have a 100% crit. But most of the game you're not going to get the 4 items. Most of the time you're going to win in 20 minutes in which you have Kraken, Collector, and well, most of the time you're not going for the 4 item. But even though you can get to 4 items, Kraken Slayer damage is 200 more than Jontol. So there's no debate. Overall, this is always the best pick. Since you can, with the passive of the true damage, every steer attack deals bonus physical damage on hit. That passive with the Viego's Q passive is just too strong. You did a lot of damage only for your reset on your Q. So after you buy the Kraken Slayer, probably in your tiered or full clear, you are going to back with 500 gold ish. When you have Axe, Retrix, and Recurve Bow, Kraken Slayer becomes 325 gold. So when you back around 500 gold, the cashback of the run when you buy Kraken Slayer is actually going to give you enough gold to buy the boots. So this is huge. Why? Because you are not only getting boots for free with the Kraken Slayer, you are actually getting the boot at the same time that you will get it with the magical footwear. So there is no downside of going cashback instead of magical footwear. That's the only tip around cashback in early game. Right, so after Kraken and boots, you are not going to upgrade to tier 2 boots. You're going to stay in tier 1. As I said, you're in the game is already enough passive moon speed, so you're not going to need it. Now for the second item, it's either Collector or LDR. 8 out of 10 games you're going to go Collector. I tested it, either Collector or LDR second. LDR does a little bit of damage more than Collector, around 75 damage, but only against target with already 2000 HP. So if you are going to rush this second item, some supers, some healers, Peel, Janna, for example, Emilio, are not going to get with this passive. Some mages too, and the carries are not going to benefit. You're not going to do more damage to the carries, only to fighters on top lane, tanks, and that's pretty much it. You're not going to benefit that much. If you're against 3-4 tanks, yeah, rush LDR after Kraken. But if not, stay on fourth. After Collector, you want to buy Shield Bow. At this point of the game, you are so squishy against everything. Everything can just one-shot you. You are an ID carry melee. So a little bit of survivability is just always welcome. There's still some debate, either go bow or LDR in third item. I still prefer bow, since at the state of the game where you have 3 items, most of the tanks are already just going to die with these 3. LDR is needed when they are actually like tanking. Like for example, Mundo. Yes, you're going to use LDR against Mundo. So I actually went against a Mundo that was dominating top lane. So after I bought Kraken, instead of going Collector, I bought Kraken, went top, killed him 2 times, and they surrender. Like there's no counterplay. If they are HP stacker with low armor earlier, go LDR. After your 4 core items, you are either going to buy Infinity Edge or Death Dance. Why not Ga? So when you are possessed, if you die in a possession, you are not going to benefit from the Guardian Angel. You're going to die, and the Guardian Angel is going to be inactive. That doesn't happen to Death Dance. Obviously, it doesn't happen to Infinity Edge. So for me, after the 4 items, I buy AI. And then I sell boots and I buy Dead Dance. I don't really like Guardian Angel as Viego. You either Dead Dance or Infinity Edge. So I think that will be cover all the basics of the champ. Now we'll go into a little bit of macro. So here we are at the macro part of the game. This is the guy that I post on How to Viego on the Revenant Reign server, the Viego main server, in Nornino. This is my server if you want to come to watch my streams, watch my TikToks, my shorts, and just enjoy with the community that I have been going with so far. Okay, so here, macro, decision making. In the early game, I will go back to this, but I will start with the early game. So in your gameplay, in the mid game, in the early game, what you want to do is, most of the time you're going to start on top lane, just because going to bot lane is just far more rewarding than going to top lane. There are some times that matchups you must go top, like pass bot and then go top. But most of the time you are going to start blue, go Grump, do walls. At your terminal mark, around 5 to 6 seconds, when crap is spawning, you should be already be here. At this point of the game, you already have your level 4. So how you want to approach ganks? Okay, so imagine there's like Amelio, right? There's a Amelio Draven lane, for example, and they're pushing. So how do you want to play around this? If you notice, most of the super players, most of the laners want to ward the tree bush either here or ward the river bush with the new firelight, right? So around this time, you just want to watch where the super is going, and if you see him walking up towards him, you charge W and just engage on him. Auto Q and just keep fighting with your allies here, with your bot lane. Most of the time it's a free kill if you manage to launch your full charge W. After that you either commit to a gank, to a full gank, to like kill either super or ready carry, or if you don't see an opportunity, you walk towards here, ward this firelight, so you have the vision not only here but over here also a little bit. So here you do the crab, you back over here. You can back here if you see the enemy is going here on the top lane. So around your 4-minute mark, you will have 1,000 gold. If you didn't have any kill, any assistant, will be 1,000 golds. So what do you want to buy with 1,000 gold? You are either going to buy where's Dragon Slayer? You're either going to buy a Retrix, or you want to buy, what I do is buy 2 longsword and a dagger. That allows me to have the 5 more damage than the Retrix, and a little bit less of the attack speed. The bonus on hit damage is good too. If you want to buy recruit bow, there's no downside. But I do like here because we have a little bit more of damage. So you can go here and then start going to your grump again. What you want to do is back as soon as you back W and E the wall, and you want to walk in your lane. Not only you have the bonus speed of your E, but you also have your home guards. You see the home guards? So if you walk here, you're actually going to lose it. You see how the move speed just drops dramatically? So after you back, you want to walk with the lane. You do the grump, you do the wolf. If you see a gank, just take it. As I said, I'm not going to do any deep view into it, but most of the time you're going to do full clear after full clear, gank bot, full clear, gank bot, fight for objective, full clear, go grubs. So at this point of the game, it's already around minute 8, minute 9. Drag is up. Okay, how do you want to approach this? You want to either fight on bot lane, engage with your support on them, and then look for a fight on Drake. Like fight them, kill. If you manage to kill one or two of them, you're going to start Drake right after. Ward here, so you have vision, and then do Drake. Now, if you see at this time that you are over here or over here, you see that the mid lane, your mid lane wins, like kills the enemy mid lane, you want to do the camp and then go straight into either Drake or ganking bot lane. Ganking bot lane is a little bit more safe because if you start Drake right away, the enemy jungle can actually come here and fight you. Or if the enemy mid has TP, we'll just TP, push it away and go to you. And there's no need to like rush it because you don't know if your bot lane is actually going to help you or not, right? So that's around minute 10, minute 9. After the fight here, it's okay if you leave the Drake. The first Drake is not that important. If the first Drake is Infernal Drake, okay, yeah, fight it. Infernal Drake is the best Drake in the game. But if it's like a Cloud Drake or like an Ocean, you can leave it. Do a full clear. Reset, and when the grub is spawning around here, it's a minute 8 they spawn. You actually want to ping your support to come with you, and what you will see at this point of the game, your blue is actually going to spawn once again. So here are two things that you should know if you want to play jungle as a macro, meaning more in depth. So if you start here and you see that you are doing the crab for free, and you see the enemy is doing the top crab, what does that mean? That means they are starting bot lane and they're going top lane. So if your camps are up here, that means his camps are up here. So if you have the blue up just now, you can just drop the blue and go straight into the bot drops with your super. There's no need to gank either top or mid lane while doing grubs, as long as you know where the jungle is, where the enemy jungle is. Right? The same applies if they start top lane too. If you have this, you can skip the blue, go here, and actually, if you look closely, the ward, if you put the ward here, it's only going to give vision until here. So if you come over here, if you come around this corner, hugging the wall, they're not going to see you. You can either walk up here, charge your W, and then if you see him, just engage on him. Right? That's actually if they start top lane. Most of the time they're going to start top lane, so you can predict that with your super, with your mid lane, with your top lane. Every game is different, obviously, so any variables are expected. So after you do the grubs, whatever, right? You do the grubs. You either want to, if you see them fighting, you can join the fight, or either you want to do another full clear. Do this and do that. Now, when you're here, and for some reason you see the enemy jungle on his top side, on ganking any lane, or you kill him and you know where he is, you can actually skip your raptor, skip your red, walk here and go here to his blue. The camps clear are too fast at minute 10 at this mark on the game. So it's a V, for example, they are going to use Q here, auto attack E, auto attack E, and in less than 10 seconds the camp is dead. So you don't actually want to fight here, you want to fight here. So as long as you're here, start charging your W here in this spot. Don't charge W and walk. Now if you don't see the blue, here, most of the time is here. And then you just W here. Why here specifically? So if you take the aggro of the blue, and if you want to like hide it, you're going to be in this exact spot. So you come here, W, and you go here exactly. Sometimes it gets someone, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of look based, but you already know like the basics of the micro mirroring jungle camps. After that, it's just keeping that in mind, like the mirror match or cross mapping. So if they are bot, you do a play on top. If they are bot and you happen to be on bot too, you just do a counter gank, right? Okay, now how to play the fights. In the fights, team fights, any fights, we'll start first with the 1v1s. So in this scenario that I just told you about, you charge W and then you go in. Against most of the characters in the jungle that are on tier S, tier A, you're going to win if you just land your W full charge. If you manage to land your W, it's either here, you auto attack Q, auto attack E, and it's just a free reset, right? Auto attack Q, auto attack. Well, I don't have any, I don't have any attack speed. So, but here you come, auto attack E, Q, auto attack, and then you see it's around 800 damage. Obviously, with items, it's going to be a lot more. Add gold and you buy here. I haven't done this. Complete role quest and then you buy Kraken, right? By collector. At this point, you should be with either 1 or 2 items, right? So you want to TP here, recharge, attack, auto attack, auto attack, and you see it's around 1000 damage, 800. Take it or leave it. And that's enough for take a big chunk of the enemy jungle. It's around 50 to 60% of HP. If the enemy is a little bit tanky, it's going to be less, obviously, but most of the time, if you manage to land your full charge W, it's a free win. So, how to use your ultimate in those kind of scenarios? If they are committing to the fight, use the R when they are around 30% HP. Obviously, you do more damage when they have low HP, but you don't want to R when they are like at 300 HP. That's just ridiculous. You want to ult around 400, 500-ish HP, right? It'll be around level 11. So 1000 damage. 1000 damage is already enough. Like this combo, auto attack, Q auto attack is already enough to put somewhere in here in the 40% HP, right? So after that, you want to just follow up with Q, auto attack, reset, and then ult, right? As I said, you want to use your ult in 1v1s like that, like to follow up if they are trying to disengage or run away. Now in teamfight it's a little bit more different. Let's go like here, for example, right? This is a 5v5, you're fighting for Baron. You're just going to wait to like either your support or your tank, your top lane to engage. You're never going to engage like this. If you do this, you're just going to get killed. You're going to get skin alive. So just stay here. As I said when I was talking about the abilities, your E is about making pressure. So if you just stay here, they don't know where are you, right? Obviously, if they put a ping where they're going to see you, but most of the time here, standing here, and use the miss by itself is already a huge factor for pressure. Like if you're on a carry, you must have like your front lane being here, so you don't get engaged. But using your E range, like you see the little circle around you, if you want to like just walk around that little range you have, you could actually surprise some players with it. Okay, so as I said, use your missing to your advantage. This clip was before the skin was released, so don't flame. So I'll play. This is me, obviously. So you see how here I know the range of my E. I know if I hook the wall, they are not going to see me. So you see here, they have no idea. Sona, no idea. Sion, no idea. Why would I be here, right? Look at this. I climb. Q. I mean, sorry, auto attack. W. Auto attack. Q. R. And she said, I took a possession, W, Q, R, IR the Kog'Maw, LeBlanc one-shots them, and we win the game from that. So what does that mean? If, as you see, you can use your E to either put pressure on them to just walk away or need it like a tank for being here, right? Because if not, you're just going to walk here and kill somebody. But you also use it like a sneaky, like a Q twitch, Evelyn passive, but like a little bit more, with little less possibilities, because you must be on the miss, right? Now I'll point some newbie mistakes that not only Viego players but everyone in general makes. So with Viego in specific is that you engage too early. Like if you come here, as I said, invade, your charge W here, and if you don't see them right away but you know they are of this side, just hold your W. Don't use it, just hold it. If you see them walk up here, let's say this is like low elo, they are going to come here, do the red, and they will not check this push. So you have the opportunity to wait 5-6 seconds and then engage once again. W, auto attack, Q, auto attack, and then just keep following, right? In this type of skirmishes, as I said before here, you want to use your ultimate as a following tool. If they dash away or they flash, you are them, right? Another mistake that Viego players make is that they see a position and a team fight and they go bananas for them. Like they see a misfortune there over there, instead of like fighting here where the enemy is. They will E, W, and take position. Bro, no. If you are fed enough, like 3-4 items, you are already just going to do more damage, the same or even more damage than the enemy, the AD carry. There's no point of going to a reset. Obviously, if you don't have your ultimate, there are some cases that, okay, it's better to just take one shot someone and then take reposition. But you're okay just auto-attacking, auto-attack Q, auto-attack, and then alright. There's there's no point of just going for a 0-11 Bane, right? You want to position yourself, as I said, with your E, taking good positions. You don't want to possess anybody just because they are dead. Most of the time you are going to kill a super or an AD carry just with this auto attack, Q auto attack. If your team is around you, they are going to die, and you don't need to take possession. Like if the super is right here, you kill here the carry, and then you ult right away, and then you follow, right? Just remember, patience is a lot better than just starting like a Sion. You're not a Sion. You are just going to wait for your teammates to do the play, and you play around it, right? Some quick basic tips. As I said, don't instantly possess everybody. Sometimes just being Viego is better. Track enemy crowd control before going in. For example, if the enemy is Sona, check for the Sona ultimate. If there's like an Acer, like a Syndra, watch out for the Syndra E, for Acer Ultimate. Just watch out for like every kind of crowd control, because if you get even stunned a little bit, you are super squishy. You are not going to buy any resistant damage. Your only resistant damage is shield bow. And last item, mortal reminder. I mean, death then. There's no point on like trying to die for nothing. Remember that your goal is not to go kill everybody. Your goal is to play around your engage. If you can just wait for a Sion, like a Sion here ults, and then just follow with your EW charge at the same time, auto attack Q, auto attack R. Most of the champions are going to die if you have 4 items with your LDR. So there's no point of going like ultra assassin like. Most of the time, yes, you want to play around your miss, as I said before, and go for squishy. Like you see here, someone 2 auto attack. You are never going to engage with your R. Only something, as I said before, like if you kill somebody and you can R the super right here, you don't. You're making a mistake if you engage with your R. Your engage is always W, E at the same time. Your goal is consistency. You don't want to make flashy plays every fight. This goes below diamond. Most of the time you're going to miss your W, most of the time you're going to miss your Q and then auto attack without passive. Remember, the passive of Viego is possession. The passive of the Q is the mark. So just take that into consideration when you want to fight. If like there's an early invade and you go like, oh, I'm going to charge W to secure a kill. No, most of the time you're going to instantly upgrade Q as soon as you respawn, since this is most of your damage income, right? So I think this will be it. Any question, any tips that you guys need, feel free to reach out to my server, Miss of Viego, to my Twitch channel, ASocial TV. I stream every day, as you can see. I'm also starting to upload on YouTube, TikTok too. So I hope you enjoyed. This is a basic overview. Keep it simple. Focus on positioning and timing, and Viego becomes way more consistent. If you want to see, again, if you want to see this played live or one more guide like this, check me out on Twitch. Check my Discord, links on the description. In the future, if you guys want, I can do a more consistent challenger style video. Repost bot reviews that I did to silver, gold, plat players. I even coached some diamonds, one master. So any questions, just let me know.